Hello Exonia students and welcome to Exonia's Library and Learning Lab. My goal today is that you're going to get to know your teachers and tour the library. You just completed a Y chart of what it looks like, sounds like, and feels like in the Library and Learning Lab based on what you read in the book. As I give you this virtual tour, think about what we might need to add to that chart. What would make this a better place to learn? To start off, let's meet the teachers who work in the library. On the left is my name, Mrs. Eichstead. If you happen to forget how to say my whole name, it is okay to just call me Mrs. E. Mrs. Curl works in the library as well. Our favorite summer activities were very similar. Mrs. Curl enjoys playing with her grandsons, where I like playing with my son, Grant. Favorite thing about Exonia. Can anybody guess what our favorite thing about Exonia would be? If you guess students and staff, you are right. The people who work and learn at Exonia are really what make up Exonia into such a great school. Our favorite foods are very different. Mrs. Eichstead likes pasta. Mrs. Curl likes Mexican food. Our favorite colors are also very different. I like blue, Mrs. Curl likes red. Can anybody guess what our favorite hobby might be? If you guessed reading, you are right. So you'll notice Mrs. Curl and I both have very similar and very different backgrounds. When you're in the library choosing out books, we are great resources to ask about where to find some awesome books that will fit the things you like to learn about. We will follow a similar routine most of the times that you come to the library. First, we will have an author study. That's what we started with today when we first read our book, Do Unto Otters. After that, we'll usually do some form of technology learning. Did you know we have iPads, iPods, Chromebooks, laptops, and Kindles in our library? You will learn how to use all of them the very best to help your learning in the classroom. Finally, you will have time to check out books. Again, teachers are great resources to ask about how to find the best books for you. Mrs. Curl will be behind the desk checking out books and helping you out with this. When you enter, you line up in this hallway. It should be a very quiet line as I dismiss the class before you. I will come over and let you know where you're going to go. Most of the times we'll meet over here. Notice, this is our author spotlight spot. We'll usually meet on the rug and read our book together. Sometimes this will change though. We will have two special jobs each time. One student will be the librarian. One student will be what we call the textpert. What do you think would be the job of the librarian and the textpert? At the end of our time together, we'll come back together and we'll give you some different tickets. The student who had a special job will earn a ticket for your class. It will go in the envelope labeled with your teacher's name. There will also then be two students who earn an extra ticket for your class. These students are students who showed that they were safe, they were kind, they were a learner, and they kept everyone in mind. Let's take a tour of the library. First of all, we have the books that we call E for everybody, or easy books. These books are the first couple of rows when you enter. They're organized by an author's last name. On top of the shelf in the back here by the E books, we have some series books. And also on top of the shelf, we have playaways. These are books that you can both listen to and follow along and read. Taking a look on the other side of our library, we have all of our nonfiction books. Who knows what the word nonfiction means? These books are organized by topic. We'll take a tour and see what kind of topics there are here. What are some nonfiction books that you think sound really interesting to you? And our final section here are some easy books. We have some board books, and we have some other nonfiction books. When you check out books, it's going to be really important to grab one of these place markers. You'll grab one, and when you find a book you think you might like, you slide it in the spot where the book is. You take out the other book and look at it. Why would we put one of these in this spot? When you're done then, you will go to the desk and you'll check out with Mrs. Currow. You then will read in the library. We will remind you next week of how many books you can check out and where your class reads once you have your books all checked out. The final place we're going to visit is our computer lab. We're really fortunate to have a brand new computer lab this week. That means we have to be really careful with it and make sure we use it well. The computers that are on the side by the green chairs are not computers we use during our lab time, but it's computers that other classrooms can come in and use. So as we have our computer time, there might be students from different classrooms up here using these, and that's just fine. There might be a time when your teacher sends you down to the computer lab to do some work, and this is where you'll quietly come in and do your work. Our computers are set up in groups, in stations. Sometimes they'll actually move. I'm going to pause here and tell you a little bit more about how this works when we take our tour. Now that we've done a virtual tour, we're going to go back over to the rug and we're going to add to our chart. On the way over, I want you to think about what should it look like in our library and learning lab? What should it feel like? And what should it sound like? Quietly walk back to your spot on the rug and make it a great day.